Hi all, this is Prashant and welcome to EasyTech AI channel. Today we will learn about how to merge two Excel tables using data table in automation A360. So guys, if you are watching my video first time, then please subscribe to the channel and press the bell button so that you will notify immediately the latest videos. So we'll see how we can merge two Excel files through the data table in automation A360. Through the identical column headers from the both table, we can merge the data. So basically I have these two Excel files are there, table 1 and table 2, which is including some data in the table format here. So I'll just open this one by one. So this is the employee table in one first table, and the second table is also having the data for the employee. Okay. So basically these two Excel files I need to combine and store it in one CSV or the Excel file there. Okay. So how we can do that through the data table? So I'll show you here. So here inside the data table package, we have the merge action is there. Okay, so through that we can do this. Okay, so first of all, I need to read the Excel files. Okay, so for that, I'll just open the Excel files first. I will quickly close those. Okay, so for this, just I'll use the step for the combination of the steps here. Okay, so opening the Excel file in the Excel files. Okay, so so inside that I'll just open the Excel. This will available inside the Excel advanced package. Open action is there. Okay, so once I dragged it here, then we need to provide the file path and the name of the file here. So if you have the control room file, then you can select the control room, otherwise the desktop file. So I'm just selecting. If we have the variable is created for the path and the file name, then we can just use it here. Otherwise we can just copy from the local file path. Okay, so here I'm just copying the name of the file and the path. Okay, so copy as a path. Okay, and then I'll just keep it here. This is the table1.xlsx. Okay, all right, and then I need to select the sheet contents header and specific sheet name. If we know the name of the sheet, then we supposed to provide it here. Sheet 1 is the name of the sheet, and then here I'm just selecting the read write mode. Okay, and here the session name must be provided. Okay, so just I'm providing a table 1. Okay, so this is the unique identification of each file. So based on that session name only we can perform the operations. Okay, so this is I have provided. Okay, so the table 1, and then I'll just read the data from this opened file and store it inside the data table here. Okay, so for that I have this multiple get multiple cells action from the Excel advanced package. Okay, so through that we can just read the data from the Excel file and store it into the data table. Okay, so I need to mention the same session name which we have provided while opening the file. So the table 1 is the session name, and then I'll just add the table name here to store the data. So the TBL table 1. Okay, and then create and select. All right, so we have opened and stored the data into the data table for the table 1. We need to do the same for the table 2. So I'll quickly copy this and keep it after this. Okay, so here we have the table 2 file. Okay, so I'll just provide that name here. This is the table 2. Okay, because since the location is the same, so I'm just modifying the name of the file and then keeping the same information. And we need to make sure the session name, it should be the updated like so. For the second file I'm just using a table 2. Okay, all right, I'll be saving this, and then here we need to read the data from the second file. So the session name was the table 2, and we need to create a one more table variable here. Okay, so I will create a tbl table 2. Okay, all right. See, basically, I'll quickly show you the option in the get multiple cells. Okay, so here we are reading the all rows. Okay, so we can have the multiple options are available. Specific rows, if we want to get the specific rows from the Excel and store it into the data table, then we can select it. Cell range. Okay, if we know the range of the cells, then we can select this and we can just store this inside the data table. But I'm just reading the all rows from the file, so I have just selected it. Okay, so this is done. So basically the two files we have read it, and then we have stored it in the different table data tables. One is the data table 1 and the table 2. Okay, now we need to merge this. Okay, so for this what I'll do, I'll use another step and then we'll perform that operation inside this. Okay, just a second, I'll remove this. Okay, and then I'll drag this. Okay, here merge Excel. Okay, Excels. Okay, merge Excels through data table. Okay, okay, all right, and then I'll go to the data table package. Okay, and inside this we can able to find this merge from here. Okay, so I'll quickly use this. So we need to provide the name of the data table. Okay, so the first data table I can just select from here. So I have the table 1. Okay, so I'll quickly search select this tbl table 1, and this is the table 2. Okay, tbl table 2. Okay, so those I have selected it here, and then we need to store this data, like whatever the merge operation will be performed, so those it will be the stored in one of the data table. Okay, so that table also I can just define it here. So tbl merge two tables. Okay, create and select. Okay, so all right, save this. Okay, so the whatever the merge operation is there, that will performed inside this the merge two table. Okay, so now the merge operation is performed. Now we need to store that whatever the merge performed in the data table, that we need to store it into the Excel. Okay, so we have one action is there, write to file. Okay, so through that we can whatever the data table we supposed to insert it into the Excel, then we can use this. Okay, so I'm just using this right now here. Okay, so I'll just keep it inside this. Okay, so here the table data table name. So we have this merge two tables data table. Okay, enter the file name. Okay, so I need to create one output files folder and store that data inside this. Okay, so that I'll try to create it here. Okay, so this is the root folder merge data table. Inside that the bot should create the output files folder, and inside that it needs to be create the CSV file. Okay, so for that I'll just keep this enter file name as a this. Okay, and then after this I'll create uh, output files. Okay, output files, and inside that I'll create merge data dot csv. Okay, and then create a folders and files if it doesn't exist. Okay, so that output folder is not there. Okay, output files. So if we select this, then it will by default create whatever the folder names we have included inside this enter file name, those it will be the create there. Okay, and then I'll just click on the save. Okay, all right, and then finally I'll just close the whatever the open files like table 1 table 2 files, we will just close it. So for that also I'll just use the step and just a second, Okay, so close files. Okay, save this, and then when we are closing the file, then we should know the session names. Through the session name we can close the files. Okay, so I'll just use the close action from the advanced Excel. Okay, so this is that, and then I'll just select the table 1. This is as a session name. Okay, save changes when closing the file. Okay, that's fine. Okay, and I'll just copy this and put it there, and this is for the table 2. Okay, table 2. Okay, this is done. All right, I'll simply check it again, like what the session name we have provided here. This is table 1, this is table 2. Okay, so this first block of code, it is opening the files, table 1 and table 2. The second block of the code, it is doing the merge operation, and in the third block of the code, it is closing the files. Okay, so this is done, and then finally we will just run this and see the result. Okay, so it's opening the first file, reading the data, second file reading the data, and then it will perform the merge operation and close the file. Okay, so this is done. So finally we will see the output right now. Here you can see the output files folder is created, and inside that merge data.csv file is created. Okay, so yeah, I'll just open this and I'll show you how it is. See here, like the merge operation is performed here. Okay, if I'll open the input files. Okay, input file 1, input file 2. Okay, okay, so here you can see this is just a second, I'll do this above and this is below. Okay, okay, so from the table 1, it is copied all the data from here, and then it has merged the second table also. Okay, so here you can see the employee salary column is added also.